Yeah, I'll introduce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello. Yeah. You can continue, please. Yeah.
Yeah. Just want to say that my name is Rupali Sarkar. We will send you the slides as well, what we are teaching today. And I'm grateful to Mr. Kesa, who has coordinated with me. And I'm looking forward to speak to you. I want an interactive sessions. I don't want me speaking and the students are not asking questions. If you have any doubt, please raise your hand. Kesa, I think you are coordinating the session.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. While teaching, I won't be able to see the hands up. Okay, so if you can just
Yeah.
take the
Exactly. Yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
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 Thank you so much.
At the end of the section, of course, we will have like maybe a question and answer.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, definitely. So the first topic for today, what we are going to start is modern methods of data analysis and challenges, solutions, and best practices. So few of the words which I picked up is, first of all, when we're talking about research, what do we mean by research? Okay. So I want to hear from any one of you. Okay, so if you can just pick up the hands up, of what do we
Yeah.
mean by
Okay. Okay.
research? Yeah.
Uh,
And why do you need to do some research work when we are doing graduation and post-graduation?
okay. Could you please raise your hand? Ma'am is asking some. Okay, Abdurrahman. Yeah, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, ma'am, and also sir. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah,
I'm
we can
good.
get you.
Thank you. Thank you, good sir. Yeah.
According to me, research is the process or a systematic way to reach to the reality. We usually do research to find a solution to any existing problem which is ongoing in any community or society. So we want to find, if we are willing to find solutions to the problems, then we do research.
Well done.
This is what I mean.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's correct. When we are doing some research, we are going to try to find a solution from the problem. So that's a great answer. Well done.
Okay, is there anyone else?
Thank you, ma'am.
Please raise your hand so that I can give the floor. Is there anyone else? Hello? Who else?
It's fine, Kesa, if they don't want to answer because this is the first
Okay, I
time
think
you
yeah,
meet
I
me.
think I think they
That's
can
fine.
contribute. I think they can contribute later. Yeah, no problem.
Yes. So the purpose of research today, what we are talking about, which is the first question, and then I'll move on to challenges, solutions, and best practices. So we talk about 1 second, it's saying data recording. Now, exploration, gaining some familiarity with the topic, discovering some of its main dimensions, and possibly planning more structured research. So when we talk about the research work, we need to explore, okay? We need to find the topic you want to go for research. I think I'm not sure they do it in graduation. The research work, yes, on a daily life we research, but if we are talking about the serious research, we talk about in terms of like your thesis, PhD thesis, or you talk about in dissertation, which I've done in my graduation, post-graduation. When I was in India, I was doing my master's in science. I was doing my master's in education. In both the masters, I've done some research work, which was an extensive research for at least for 6 months in one topic. Some of the main dimensions we need to talk about. What is your interest? Okay, when we talk about research, I want you to think, what is your interest of research work? Kessler, I'm not sure whether they do the research work, like the extensive research in their post-graduation.
Yeah, I think we have like around a 1 to 5 pages. Some are still a newcomer, and some are still, I mean, from page 2, 3, and 4, and also they are
Okay.
starting writing reports and midterm assessment
Yes.
as a research.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so they have to do the research work then. Yeah.
Yeah, actually we have like every day we have like daily assignment based on the research. Yeah, report and
Okay.
many others.
That's so nice because when I was doing my sorry, can I bring in my like my experience as well?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, please.
No worries. So I was doing my research in masters, which was related to the migratory birds, because I'm a zoologist as well. And my favorite subject is ornithology, which is studying of birds. So I was doing the research work on the migratory birds, which is coming from different parts of the world to a small place in Gujarat, India, which is called as Timbi. Okay, so this was a 6 months project. So every day morning, I had to take my binoculars, I had to go to a place, and I had to find the different birds which are coming from different parts of the world. And the identification of the birds was so difficult because, till the time you spot them, they will just fly off. So it was related to the migratory birds, and I enjoyed thoroughly. My professors were so good and helpful. And the second research work which I've done in my master's in education, which was related to the terminologies in Hindi, which is called as Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, which is like all the girls should be educated under the age of 18, and the minimum under the age of 8. So we have to do a government project. It was a government project as well, for 5 years, wherein I had to go to 18 schools, and I had to find out like the funding of the government and how the school is using these fundings for these girls. So it was really a tough project for me. We had to write a dissertation, like same as my PhD thesis. So my professor, I would just want to say thank you to Mr. Professor Patel, who was such a useful guide for us. So I would always suggest that find a help. Like, of course, the guides sometimes are given to you, but always go to the guides who can help you. Now, the second point, sorry, I want to talk to you about is descriptive research, like Census Bureau's report on number of Americas. Like, for example, when I say descriptive, the word itself says it. Okay. Anyone wants to talk about the descriptive research? Where you have heard the word descriptive, and what do you mean by that?
Yeah, you can raise your hand. Hello, anyone else
Hi.
who want to contribute here?
If no one wants to answer, it's fine.
I think we can. Yeah, at the end of the section,
Yeah.
we can. Yeah, okay.
Yay, that's fine. So the descriptive research, we talk about the description, like how detailed your research work is. Okay, you found a topic now you want to do some research work. Some of the examples over here they have given is Census Bureau's report on number of Americans. So we talk about the population in the descriptive research. We talk about the political poll predicting who will win on the election. So we have seen the scenarios of the political reviews or views around the news, around the newspapers, or generally in society. So what does the society says about the politics or the political polls? Who is going to win this year? Okay. And then we talk about the anthropologist's ethnographic account of a pre-literate tribe. So we're talking about the different topics. Over here, the scientists want to know about the population around the society, or population, what do they do? What type of jobs they have, or what type of education they have, what society we are living in. Okay, that's your descriptive. And third, explanation. So we take it further. Okay, I'll talk to you about explanation research in a detail when we take it further. Now, third point is the research must have a problem. One of the students have already spoken about it, that when I'm doing a research, I'm trying to find a solution for the problem. Next, to determine information already available and what other further information is required, as well as the best approach for obtaining it. So I have found a problem now. What to do next? How to go about it? How to find the solution for the problem? And what you have to do about it. Okay. Now, obtain and assess information objectively to help inform the decision. So, when we are doing this topic, one of the topic which I have to cover is how fair will be your research work, because knowing AI is here nowadays, the Google search is there, the Bing search is there. So with all these different availability around our society, how you will be objective to your research, like how narrowly you can bring your research down to. Because I, as a teacher, we use chat gpt, we use AI nowadays in schools as well, but how authentic the school is, Anyone wants to come? Anyone wants to talk about AI, or anyone wants to talk about the different research tool we use? How do you use it, and how do you narrow down your research work?
Hello.
Okay, so you want to
Is
take
there
the
anyone?
hands up? Anyone?
Yeah, hello, please. You can raise hand, okay? You can raise hand. Okay, yeah, and anyone else? Yeah, please go ahead.
For giving me opportunity. So there are lots of resources which we can use as a researcher, like
Yes.
Google and ChatGPT.
Well done.
So
Yeah.
at first, we need to think there are so many reliable resources in Google,
Yes.
which
Yes.
are provided from government official and other some NGOs and also UN official. So we can use this kind of resources because these are reliable.
Well done. Thank you, Enamal. But what I was saying is, you have such a good research, like, the information, but for your own topic, when you're going to do some research work, how you're going to bring it to your own topic, how objective you can be, because it's a vast information, isn't it? In Google, in AI, in different, as you're saying, from UN research work as well, you get some information. But my question is how you can bring down, how you narrow down to your own research work, or how can you say that it's authentic? Anyone else wants to answer this question? How how you can
Yeah,
bring it to your own?
Hello, ma'am.
if the,
Hello, ma'am.
Hi,
yeah,
Abdul,
if the
tell me.
resources are aligned or relevant to my objective of my research topic, so it will be
Well
reliable.
done. Yeah, yeah. So you have to have that authenticity as well, whether the research is done by, the research scientist, or it's just generally there by someone. And also, I'll go through the methodologies of research, how to quote the scientists as well when you're doing, when you're taking the information from the other sources. So there, Sadiq, Muhammad Sadiq, can you just mute for me, please?
Yeah, I mute him. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So what I was saying is, when we are doing the research work, we are taking information from other sources. You need to quote the source. There are different ways to write the research work as well. So first, we'll know where to take the information and how to quote the scientist as well from where you have taken the research work. Okay. Well done, everyone, to participate. I want more interaction here so that we learn from each other as well.
Yeah,
Because
also
you
they
are
are
the new
very
generation.
also they are very eager to interact. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. Kessler, anyone else wanted to answer? Because I saw two students.
Yeah, there is one Abdurrahman 3. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Go on.
Hello, ma'am. Actually, as we know that as a technological era, there are a lot of tools that we can use to make our research more authentic. For example, if
Well
we are
done.
trying to include any information from online or any sources, any credible source, first we need to do is if we are including the information, we need to cite them. We need to give citation. We need to give reference. We can give in-text citation and also a reference, and we can also do paraphrasing. We can paraphrase the author's words, but not so. And also we can use quoting. Quoting it means using the exact word from the paper, from the article or journal we are using. And paraphrasing means using the author words in our own words, but the meaning will be exactly the same. If so, citation, give a reference are the ways so that we can be more authentic. Our work will be more authentic, credible, and so we can avoid plagiarisms and other things.
Well done.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you so much. And one more student was answering, Kessler.
Yeah, who else? I think he dropped the hand. Yeah.
Okay. No,
Yeah,
go ahead.
yes, Harris, please go ahead. Hannes.
Okay, ma'am. We can use AI in research. AI we can use AI in research. Number one, literature review, data analysis, writing assistance, translation, and language support, survey and feedback analysis. So,
Well,
literature review. Number one, literature review. AI tools like
yes,
ChatGPT can summarize articles, find sources, and explain
yes.
complex topics.
Well,
Number two, data analysis. AI can process large data sets, quickly identify patterns, and generate graphs or trends. Number three, writing assistance help in drafting, editing, paraphrasing, and improving clarity in research papers. Number four, uh, translation and language support. AI tools can translate text or help non-native speakers write more effectively.
Well done.
Survey and feedback analysis. AI can analyze survey result and generate insight.
Yeah, that's absolutely
Okay,
correct.
thank
And you
you.
have summarized. Well done. Do you have more to say?
I think no one cares.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much. Well done, all of you. You all have given me the gist of why you will be objectively selecting your research title or research work. Now, one of the students have already mentioned about the 6 phases of research, the last student. We need to find out the problem definition. What is the problem and defining your problem? That is the first step. Second step is literature review. That means you're going to go back and you are going to study about the different scientists or different researchers spoken about your research problem. Now, selection of the research design, subjects and data collection techniques. So what is the design of the research work, whether you want to do qualitative research or whether you want to do quantitative research. So when we talk about qualitative research, I want you to answer me, what do you know the difference between qualitative research and quantitative research? Think about it. I'll give you 30 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. Who else? Who wants to contribute? Yeah, you can raise hand. Okay, Abdurrahman Triya, please go ahead.
Hello, ma'am. Can you please repeat the question? Just
The
we need
question
to
is,
do.
yeah, what is the difference between qualitative research and quantitative research?
Okay. Qualitative research is based on non-numerical data, while quantitative research is based on numerical data.
Well
It
done.
means
That's correct.
qualitative is done. Qualitative is often done by words, while quantitative is done by numbers. And when we do qualitative, when we are trying to find basically is just a study about the phenomena of people, and when we are trying to to know the frequency, the measurements and the trends like this, we do quantitative.
Well done. That's correct. Absolutely correct. Anyone else
Yeah.
want to answer something?
Another one, Muhammad Junatias, please go ahead. Muhammad Junaid, do you have an internet problem? Hello? Can you hear us? I think we can move on.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, now, next, after you have collected your data, we have to do the data processing and data analysis after collecting the data gathering. Now, we will talk in details about data processing and data analysis, and then what could be the conclusions, implications, and recommendations about your research. So, because when we are doing a research work, there should be some recommendations, there should be some conclusions and implications, like impact in the society, okay, impact in your industry, wherever, whatever topics you're going to search. Now, the stages of scientific methodologies is questions need to be identified, hypotheses need to be formed, the research plan needs to be done, data needs to be collected, analysis of the data and conclusion. The top I would suggest is, I would like you to tell me, what do we mean by hypothesis? What do we understand by the second word, hypothesis? Anyone want to say?
Who want to contribute?
If not, I will explain. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Hypothesis is a testable method to find to test our question, our teacher statement, or our questions, research question, research problem.
Well done. That's correct. Hypothesis is like you are taking a nearest guess. Okay. So suppose I see, for example, I see the clouds today. So what could be the hypothesis? The hypothesis could be it's going to rain today. Okay. So it's in research methodologies, you can find the different type of hypothesis. There are three different types. We'll talk about it. And there is null hypothesis as well. So I'll be talking in detail about that. Now, defining your research problems is one of the main important steps when we go talk about the research. So describe broader context, the background, state the objectives or the purpose of your research, inform the reader about the scope of your study, including defining any problems, limitations, or restrictions, reduce potential criticism. So when I'm defining my problem, like I'm operationalizing the term, or there are different words which I'm using my problem, so you need to describe that, okay? Then we will stating the hypothesis, and then 12 steps of research we have already done. We have seen this, we have spoken about this, and we will talk about the data analysis, which are main topic as well. Moving on, the research question, the foundation of research process, it all begins with the question. I've already spoken about it. Finding a research question, it's your curiosity. If there is any gaps in the knowledge, in the in the topic you're going to search, your if there is any controversy in those topics, if you can replicate the topic, what is the literature review talk about, what is the other people are talking about. Now, criteria for selecting your problem or the research question is, does it interest you? Is it that most important topic of the era? Is it significant, whether it has got some theoretical value, whether it will have practical value, whether it is timelessness, or whether it's external review you are doing, whether you will be able to manage your research work on time, because you can't do research for, like, you can do research for 10 years, 12 years, but usually they want you to do the research in given period of time. For masters and for graduation, at least 6 months they talk about, or 3 months they talk about. Okay. For PhD, which I'm doing, the minimum is they talk about is 3 years. Okay. For post graduation, if you do want to do extensive research after your what do you call, postdoctoral, it is minimum of 2 years, which you do after your PhD. Now, whether there'll be enough time for you, whether you will have resources, whether it'll be without the personal bias. Okay, you need to do some research which is without your personal bias. Now, we talk about the problem distillation. What do we mean by the term distillation here? What you're going to distill here? Anyone wants to speak about it? And where, like, apart from research work, where you have used the term distillation?
Anyone else who want to contribute? I think
It's
no.
fine.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay, bye. Hi.
Hello. Yeah, based on my understanding, problem distillation is the way we explain, we make our questions investigatable. How
Yes.
the question must be specific based on the topic, and it must be answerable, researchable. So it is
Well done.
called problem distillation based on my
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's correct. Anyone else want to say? Because I could see a few more answers. I could hear a
Okay,
few
ma'am.
more answers.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Problem distillation means breaking down a complex problem into clear, focused, and researchable questions.
Well done. That's correct. Absolutely correct. Well done. And who else? I think three of you were answering together. If not, we'll move on.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Now, well done. Both of you are correct. When we talk about a problem, how to bring it to a narrow down to a clear, concise, and definitive research. Okay. So, as I was saying, the knowledge is huge. Okay. But how do you bring the research problem? How do you find the solution for it in a very clear, concise and definitive way. That's your statement of the problem. And you need to narrow it down to your own. Sometimes when we talk about different people, when we talk about your guide, when we talk about the professors, so sometimes they give you so many different ideas, so many different solution to it, and you get puzzled, you get confused. But what I want you to do is, I want you to take ownership of your own research work and complete it in your own way. Okay. Now, statement of the problem, we have already spoken about it. I am not going to go into the detail. The problem, some of the problems, what they're talking about is the problem. This could be in the way of the study was done before. Okay. This is my concern. That's why I'm doing this research work, the design of the research work and the purpose of the investigation for this research. So you start your problem statements with this. Okay. Now, some of the answers for these problem statements, what I've found is the problem that this research aims to address is high prevalence of retirement anxiety amongst UK nurses. So I'm talking about UK. So some of the research problems we can find are these ones. This study is designed to explore the experiences and perspective of locum. So we are talking about the doctors here, okay? We are talking about the nurses here. So the locum doctor is the doctor who comes to the surgery, okay, from the different hospitals. So they're trying to find out the solution, whether this study is designed to explore the experiences and the perspective of locum staff working in statutory services for vulnerable people during the COVID-19 crisis. So whether these locum doctors are experienced enough, because when I'm not saying anything, I'm not generalizing things, but some of the locum doctors, are they taking care of the COVID-19 people in a very serious way? Because what is happening in some of the part of the world is, after COVID, the number of patients we are seeing has been less. Okay, the patients are really scared to go to the local hospitals because of the different reasons. So are they going to take care of them in a very specific, very relevant way? The present study is designed to develop mechanisms to be effectively identify, disrupt, and prevent global networks of cybercrime. So somebody wants to do the work in cybercrime, because I see some of the students are really good in, IT or computer science. So you can take some of the research work on cybercrime as well, which is the talk of the town. Okay. Anyone participating, like anyone wants to go into computer science or IT after this? Like after your graduation and post-graduation?
Of course, they may have a dream. Of course, they to pursue, of course, a degree on computer science, IT, or any related to technology. I think many of them have this dream. Yeah.
Well done, because I'm talking about cybercrime, which is really like, this is the talk of the town. So I want them to think about that topic as well. So the purpose of study is to determine how quantum randomization tuning and multi-dimensional decision tables be integrated into coherent and scalable framework for machine altruism. So when we talk about the research, we talk about the data analysis. Okay, I'm going to talk about that in detail. Today my focus was to tell you how to go about it. Okay, the first topic, what is the research methodology? Now, type of research questions, we have already seen descriptive relationship and difference question. We have spoken about that. Now, descriptive questions, I have already given you some of the knowledge about that. So this is very interesting, because when I was doing my PhD, one of the students was from Dubai. Okay. And she was talking about how the infrastructure in Dubai have developed since 1970s to 2025. Isn't it, Kasser? Do you think like this is one of the interesting topic when people talk about the infrastructure?
Infrastructure for me, it's interesting because the Dubai infrastructure, of course, it's quite impressive, and the way they are, the building, the architect, the way they use the building, of course, it's super amazing in Dubai. So infrastructure in Dubai, of course, it is, if we compare to many other countries, many other even developed countries, because Dubai is ahead of many of the countries. As we know, as I was like in Dubai last around maybe one of five. 5 or 3 months, 1 year, or 4 months. I was in Dubai. Yeah, so I
Wow.
experienced a lot. Yeah, I experienced a lot in Dubai. I mean, the infrastructure and the architect in the building was very amazing. And I believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, especially the infrastructure in Dubai, it's ahead of,
Yeah.
in many different countries. I mean, even I can say in many of developed countries. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so nice. And I know, Kesa, you're working with the UN countries as well. And so I was so like intrigued. I was so amazed to hear that as well because you're doing such a great job.
Oh, thank you so much.
Mhm.
Thank you so
And
much. Yeah.
no worries. And next question is, what are the best practices and strategies for business innovation that enhance sustainability performance and create value for multiple stakeholders? So when we're talking about the development of the different countries, how you, as an individual student sitting there in different countries, how you can bring out the best in your country, okay? How you can have a sustainable performance, how you can create a value for multiple stakeholders. So what I want to ask you is, what do we mean by multiple stakeholders? And can you give me an example of the multiple stakeholders?
Is there anyone who want to contribute?
Or I'll just describe that.
Hello.
Yeah,
I think, ma'am, you can go ahead. Yeah, I think no
that's
one.
fine. Yeah. When I say, for example, multiple stakeholders, so the persons who are reliable, so okay, they have raised their hand up. Abdul Rahman.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. I think.
Actually, Abdurrahman, he's always ready 24 hours. He's
Well done.
Okay.
he's brilliant.
Multiple.
Repeat the question
According to
again.
me, multiple stakeholders means a group of people or an organization or a group or a delegation or any groups who are working particularly
Well done.
on a problem or on subjects, so they are called multiple stakeholders.
Well done. So, well done, Abdur. That's correct. And one of the student is asking, my question is, what do we mean by multiple stakeholders? How they're important, how they're relevant for your own research? Um, Abdur Rahman has correctly said that multiple stakeholders are the person responsible for your own research work. Okay. Now, for example, I can give my example. When I was doing my research work I was doing in the students in science, because I'm a science teacher. I wanted to bring the grades up for my science department. The students were in GCSE, which is your board exam. Kesa, I just want to ask you, do you have board exams in year 10 and 12? Like in India, we have the board exams. Do you have the board exams as well?
I think you might have idea about the situation in Rakhine State. I mean, in Myanmar, especially
Yeah,
especially after 2017. So
yeah,
after 2017, most of the people, like around nearly 1 million people, fled to Bangladesh. After
yeah,
they faced the genocidal campaigns and ethnic
yeah,
cleansings,
yeah,
and then when they
yeah,
they arrive in Bangladesh, they are
yeah.
of course they are trying to formally, formally
Okay,
establish many, formally establish many in a
well done.
school,
Yeah,
many school and institution. Of course,
that's so
and
nice.
still they are working on it. Yeah,
Okay,
still they are working
okay,
on it. Of
that's so
course,
nice. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, still they are
Because
working on it.
I know these students are from graduation and post graduation, but I just wanted to know some background of them, like whether they had like specialism like in arts, science, and commerce, or they have just one general stream and then they select in which university or college they want to go, or do they have the different streams, Kesser? Do they
I
have?
think many of them. I think they are involved in many different institutions, many different universities and college. And of course, they
Okay.
should have, they have a dream, they have a plan for future, of course,
Yeah.
for what I started. So
Yeah.
what I found is that, many of them, they are not, interested to reveal what is their plan.
Okay.
What
That makes sense.
yeah, exactly what they really want to do in the future. This is also
Yeah.
part of the, I really appreciate this idea, this ideology. Yes.
Yeah. No, definitely, because when we, like, for example, when I've
And I
studied in
asked
one
them,
country.
yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
and I
No,
asked
no,
them
go on.
why
Yeah.
you are not revealing your plan, your future plan, and they said no, we cannot reveal it until we achieve it, and that's quite, I mean, that's
Oh,
yeah,
that's so nice. That's so nice. Because no, as a researcher or as a PhD student or as a teacher myself, I want to know, like, how the different countries run their secondary school, because what I've heard in one of the country, which is called as Holland has no classes. Like, they don't have year 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They don't have exams. It's just the students come to the school, they learn from the teachers, and they move forward. That's so nice, isn't it, Keser? When
yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
yeah,
have to
yeah.
be in one class, when you don't have exams, you just learn and you move on.
Exactly. Even in most of the now in European country, even in US, even in Canada, Australia, they, I mean, there are no like a strict policy on how they
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
yeah, they can keep their student to keep their attention, to keep their focus on their study. I mean, they are like very, I mean, they give all the freedom to their student, especially
Yes,
nowadays.
yes,
They are given
yes.
freedom. Yeah.
That's correct. Now, the next topic, what we're going to go in is relationship questions. So you have found your research topic. Now, when you have doing your, the research at any level, I'm not generalizing, like, I'm not picking up, but what could be relationship questions? For example, what I have taken is investigates the degree to which two or more variables are associated with each other. So when you're doing a research, you need to find the variables in it. Okay. Now, when we talk about the variables, for example, one of the examples what I'm giving here is cause and effect theory. Okay, you have found the effect. Now you have to go back and find the cause of it. Okay, now, as I was talking about, one of my colleague has done the research work on Dubai infrastructure. She was talking about smart city 2.0 and urban development paradigm influence the adoption and implementation of other policies that aim to enhance the urban livability, sustainability, and innovation. So, when you develop a country, do you talk about the urban livability? That means people can live in a society, people can survive in those society. Is there any new innovation coming up? All these are important when you are living in a, whichever place you are living in. Now, human augmentation technologies can be designed and developed to be accessible and inclusive for diverse users by applying universal design principles and co-design methods and participatory evaluation techniques. So, when we are talking about development, whether it's development of a new building, whether it's development of your education, whether it's development of a society, we need to have some underlying principles behind it. Okay, we need to have
Exactly.
some
Yes.
designing method. Yeah, we need to have some participatory evaluation techniques as well. Whether it's going to work for you, whether it's working for us, it could be a work in progress as well. Yeah. So we talk about Kesa, I just want to let you know that this was we're talking about the research. Okay, we're talking about the research of different students sitting in different part of the world. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
now different questions. What we going to ask is how you can design your experiment. Okay, designing. Now, next topic we are going to move in the designing of your experiment. Some of the examples I have already given you. It could be in a society, it could be in a hospital, it could be in your IT department. Anywhere you're going, you have to design your research method. How are you going to design? By using the literature review. One of the students have already answered us. What is a literature review? That means different scientists have done the research work. You have to go through the different scientists, sit in the library or get some research work online and see what are the different work which has been done, and you make your own notes. Okay, now the selection of the research design. The research design indicates the steps that will need to take and sequence they have occurred. Each design can rely on one or more data collection techniques. We have already spoken about the data collection technique. Assess the reliability and validity. Now, it's a big question, okay? When we talk about the reliability and validity, I want to talk about what do we mean by reliability?
Yeah. Is there
Anyone?
anyone who want to contribute?
What do we
Hello.
mean by reliability?
Yeah. Please raise your hand.
Abdur Rahman.
Okay,
Yeah.
Abdurrahman. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. According to me, reliability means we find something that give us the constant their result. Even if we test it a lot of times and it give us the previous result. Something that give us the same result after doing a
Right.
lot of things.
That's
And
correct.
can I go to validity?
Yes. Go on, validity.
Yes, ma'am. Validity means the information is correct, accurate to our topic. For example, we are researching on a topic and we are trying to find information related to our topics. Then we need to find validity because the information must be valid, must be accurate to our topics. So this means
Well
the
done. That's
accurate information. The
okay.
accuracy
Well done.
of the information is called validity.
Well done. That's correct. Absolutely correct. Reliability and validity. Reliable means any information you're getting, whether it's up to for. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, is there
Anyone
anyone?
want?
Actually, most of the topic actually today we are covering. I mean, they are very well equipped. I mean, with all the contents that we are covering today, and I believe that of course, it has been like some are like next. I mean, last 2 years, 1 year, and last 3 years they have been working on it, and I believe that most of them, and also after today's section, I believe that they will understand. I mean, every content, every concept of the research methodology. And thank you so
Yeah.
much, Professor. I mean, for your,
No worries.
yeah.
No worries. Thank you so much. So we talk about the reliability and validity, and now critical consideration in determining methodology. So next, what methodology, which is the main topic, what methods you're going to use, okay? How you're going to gather your data, whether you are doing a pre-test, whether doing a protest. What do you mean by pre-test and protest? Post-test means you have taken an information, you are applying that information, and then you're going to get answer after it. Okay, that's your pre-test and post-test. And it has to be conducted. Okay, when we talk about the pre-test and post-test, it is conducted in your sample. Now, there is a sampling scheme as well. There are different sampling scheme. I will be talking in detail. Then we make questionnaires. So when I was doing my research work, I had made questionnaires for my year 11 students. So you have to make your questionnaires as well. The questions need to be really specific and coded. Next, is data processing and data analysis. So when we talk about the data processing, you have gathered the data from your sample and how you're going to process your data as well. I was talking about the behavior management. I was talking about the different populations you can take. I was talking about the statistical sample, what we're going to use, and we will speak about the data as well. Kasser, I have got at least 4 different slides for today. Okay, this is one of the slides. I know we will not be able to complete it, but I
Okay.
have done, yeah, I've done so much of research on this topic. So please forgive me if I'm not able to complete it today, because like the information I have got is like, I'm a researcher. I will research a lot before giving you the lecture, before giving the lecture to our students. But please forgive me if I'm not able to complete today, but I would definitely like to continue. At least I need 3 more lessons.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I think, yeah, I think, yeah. So today, this is the end of this today's section. I think we can
We have
continue next week or maybe
four. Yeah,
a.
we have 4 minutes, because I want to show you what I've got. Some of the one second, if this loads, because I've done. I'll show you what I've got here is. So this is one of the slides. I'll send you all my slides, and you can see how much works need to be done for this topic as well. Okay, Kessler?
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, then
Thank you so
we can cover next week. Yeah, we can cover in the following week. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay.
Now, interpreting the results. When you have collected your result, how do you interpret your result? Okay, this takes time, and this is one of the trickiest work we do for research is interpretation of your data. Okay, now I've already spoken about the operationalize your terminologies, operationalize the difficult word in your research work. Use the different variables. You need to define those variables. Next is the language of your sampling. We know that we use different languages. For example, population. We all know what do you mean by population. I hope we use it in daily, like, language as well. What is a population? For example, when we are talking about the research, you can't take 1,000 people as your population. It has to be narrowed down to minimum of 30, they say. Minimum 10 we use, plus you can use 30, you can use 40, you can use 50 people or students if you're using for your research work. Parameters, which are the different units you're going to use for your research work. Sampling frame, that is a specific data from which the sample has been taken. So you select a population. For example, I've selected the whole school as my population. From that, my sample was my year 11 science students, only one class, because we have 6 different classes. So I'm going to use one class. Why I've used one class for my sample. What is my unit of analysis? We'll go into the detail as well, which is my interest. Sample, I've already spoken. Statistics, we're going to talk about, because we have got different statistics to use in our research analysis. I'm going to send you the slides as well, Kessel, which you can upload for your students.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Move
thank you
it.
so much. Yeah, thank you so much for your time. So, I think you don't have time to move on with the
No, we
question.
don't have.
Yeah, then
But
we can meet again. Yeah, then we can meet again.
yeah,
Yeah,
we will complete. Uh, uh, do you want to do you want to do it in next week as well? Let me know.
yeah, yeah. I think next week is okay. No problem. Next week also by this time. Yeah.
Yeah, by this time it should be fine. As I'm
Uh,
saying, I need at least 3 more classes to finish this topic.
okay. Yeah. 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 No
And
problem.
I
Yeah.
wish all the best to our students. I'm really glad some of the students are participating and they are coming up with their ideas, and I'm so proud of them. Congratulations to your group, Kesar.
Okay. I mean, it's so. I mean, it just. Motivating us. Yeah. Thank you so much.
And
For your kind.
anytime you need any help, let us know.
Yeah. Please. Thank you so much for your.
I'm more than here to help.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you
So.
so much, Kesar. Thanks for your time today.
Okay. So today this is the end of our section today, and see you next week. Hello. Bye bye.
Sure.
Okay.